Hello and welcome back to Beyond the Veil background information. We're doing a character profile, and once again we're dealing with the reciprocity gang at the moment. So, yeah, we're going to be introducing you to Behan, who is just. He's supposed to be like, um, like how when you have the team of people together, there's always the one that's supposed to be like the goody two shoes, but that's also sort of their teacher kind of thing. That's basically what he's supposed to be, except yeah, he's a bit different and he's fun. But as always with my characters, I'll give you a brief quote that one of them says. I'll give you um some of the background information of when I was trying to make them, and then I'll give you the profile. With the reciprocity ones, they will have a picture of them in their animal form because I can't draw people. And being he's a fae, so a fairy, and I was like, what the heck am I gonna draw? And then I went, oh wait, he turns into a bee and he communicates with bees. That's part of why I chose the name Bean for him. And it was like, okay, I will draw the cutest, fluffiest bumblebee I've ever drawn. So that is why his picture is a bumblebee. But now, let's get into this. So, and we all know I can't remember any of what happened. Trauma-induced amnesia or something, being stated. Being stated gently with a blush of embarrassment, with a grimace of frustration as he rubbed, and a grimace of frustration as he rubbed his temples. Quote from Reciprocity. Bean was a pondering. I needed him to be this goody two shoes sort of guy that would be there to help Rufio out and get caught up in the chaos of everything, and also work as like the would be hero of it all. I decided to make him an orphan of sorts. Things eventually make sense through the process of the story, and I decided he would be raised by the main hero, who was supposedly dead now, so that Being can resurrect him. I had basically yes decided that Being was going to be the main hero, the team leader, and then I started thinking, what would happen if they started to fancy Vix a bit? I couldn't help it. It was purely by accident, and it was Vix in their masculine manner that Being fell for them in. But it's like, it just works so perfectly in this whole situation. It makes Rufio even more frustrated, and to be fair, Bean has a full journey in this story. He's the nice guy trying to help everyone, cutting more slack, teaching the youngsters, trying to get everyone to get along, and then he's trying to understand his own heritage and then how to handle bigger dangers coming their way to being the proper hero. He has growth, and well, it's just hilarious how his relationship with Vix develops, and with it, well, I adore Bean. He's such a good figure, and being a fae, he turns into an adorable bumblebee. Hence this image. I hope you like that. I do recommend reading my story. It's free on Wattpad because it is quite fun. Um, One of the things with Bean is it's just every little bit with him is supposed to sort of make you think of like the amnesiac hero sort of trope thing, like he's the one who's destined to do this, or he's the one who saved us and yet he can't remember, and it just it works as a bizarre sort of driving point in the plot. Like, okay, so the plot is actually about being, but Rufio's the main character, and then it's like, no, it's back to this now, and then it's like it's linked to this, and then it all comes together in the end for utter chaos. But the end is a very long way off. But anyway, name Bean Lennon, position police officer, story featured in Reciprocity, role leader of the main cast, gender male, description 6'1", a little heavy for his height, but broad chested and looks muscular, dark tanned skin, blonde, very dark tanned skin, blonde hair trimmed with fades, bright blue eyes, winning smart, and kind of looks like he was a jock at high school. Realm the Veil abilities can use Fey magic to make plants grow, open portals into a safe space to hide, and also can control bees and insects and communicate with them to get information. He can fly with his wings, and he can even transform into a bee and change his shape into someone very small if needed. He's also incredibly good on a motorbike designed for fairies to drive in the Vale. Master the Almighty. Personality, affectionate, optimistic, a little naive at times, eager to please, but very into the ideals of justice. relations, seemingly adopted by Ray Blythe as a teenager or possibly even younger. But he only has the words of others to go on, as he suffered from seeming trauma-induced amnesia that's oddly common in the region. History. Behan's not sure of his past at all. He knows he was an orphan and raised primarily in an orphanage, but that one of his teachers there took a fatherly role to him during the war. When the orphanage was destroyed and he was old enough, he joined the militia to be their fast-running scout and messenger. Often he was in his fast yellow car screeching around on the roadways, trying to take out the bike gang run by the Red Centaur and stopping them from stealing items. He does not remember the final days of the war at all. He was informed he was badly hurt and in hospital for those days, but when it was over, he was encouraged to continue his good work and join the police. This he did, and during his time at the academy he had a brief relationship with one nice lady, but found that there was not the deeper connection he seemed to be desperate for. He also met another orphan from a different island that was younger than him, and encouraged him out of the illegal fights and into the academy as well. This was Audrey Tyrell. Behan's been a good police officer who always wants to help out the kids that lost family or experienced difficulties as teenagers, and when he ended up bumping into Rufio regularly for some of the various things he'd been doing, he decided to give him a chance to be introduced to the academy and maybe become a police officer like him. This meant meeting Rufio's biological mother, Vix, and from first sight, Behan found himself shockingly attracted to Vix. Final comments. Behan's... what are you doing up there on my dinosaurs, Missy? Storm. Don't you dare knock Wild Rider off. You cannot get onto there. Stop being naughty. I'm watching you. Yeah, final comments. Behan's a character I've been developing, and he just develops even more within the story. Like with Rufio and Soren and the others that have to grow in the story. He has to grow and learn too, where others have to reveal things. I like him and I hope he's enjoyed. And he is, like, every time I pull something up with him, it's like, oh my god, I didn't know that. But it's meant to be like that. It's meant to be like each new bit you learn of him, you sort of go, wait a minute. it's it's on purpose. I mean, I seriously mean that with Behan. Everything is on purpose. But thank you for listening.